Port fans, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to review Port Adelaide's clash with Melbourne for round 18. Right, what was that? I can't really explain it. I don't know. We had a chance to move into the top four, solidify a top four spot, even jump to third because GWS possibly lose to Richmond, which I think they will, as obviously I'm doing this while the game's still on. But for me, this was a game I thought truly that we were going to win and win quite well. I thought, you know, we've been building. Every time we've had issues going through, we've always solidified, improved them, and we fixed the problems we've had. But there was more issues exploited yesterday than there has been over the past, 17 weeks. And I think when it comes down to it, it comes down to motivation, and it comes down to the pure need and want to do great things. And yesterday Melbourne wanted it more. And I think that's the problem with Port Adelaide at the moment, is the fact that we can't pinpoint the wants. We have trouble getting up for games. Whether that's to do with the coaching staff, whether that's to do with the players themselves and the mindset, whatever it is, it's affecting games, especially big games. It's like when we go into games that we should win and we don't have any big expectations on, we comfortably win. But when there's a little bit of pressure on, we can't handle the heat. Simple. We started slow, we went awake, and then when we finally turned up, we played okay, but nothing that set the world on fire. And in the end, we ended up losing by what we lost to in the first quarter, which was 23 points. 4-goal head start we gave them, and they ended up leading by 43 points. I mean, yes, it's good that we fought back. Shows that we still have the fight, we still wanted it, but it was not until half time, and it had probably a stirring message from Ken or something to get him up. Where's that at the start? And you've got 5 weeks left, and we've been saying so every time we lose to a top 8 team, look, at least we got next week, we'll continue on, keep improving, we can fix things, we can handle heat, blah blah blah, we can fix it, all that. That's complete shit. Because if you wanted to fix it the first time, you would have fixed it back in round 3 when we lost to Adelaide, when we lost to GWS, when we lost to West Coast at home. We've beaten West Coast away, which was probably our best win of the year, and it silenced a few people. But in the end, 2 weeks later, we come back against Melbourne. Nothing. And to be honest, that hurt more than any this year. And with a tough road coming up, 5 games left after this, and we're doing what we did yesterday, I'm questioning whether or not we will actually finish top 4 or even top 8. And I think we'll still finish top 8 because of our easier draw from home. But something's got to be done. And I'm not going to sit around and wasting time, watching my team can't handle the heat. It's all up here, and it's not down there. It's up here. It starts from the top, and it moves right through. So they've got to fix something, and if they don't do it within the next 5 weeks, we're going to have an early exit in finals if we do actually make it, which like I said, I think we will. But come on, you're better than that, Port Adelaide. And the argument about whether it's Ken's fault or that's complete shit. All right. It starts with the players themselves. Yes, sure, the coach has its involvement and all that, but he only can do so much before the players get on. And if it's coming to a point where the players aren't awake, then it's them, their mindset. And the only player that really stood up yesterday was Travis Boak. He led from the front, 4 goals, 24 possessions. He was everywhere at that high forward. He's finally evolving as that player. But once again, we can't beat a top 8 side, and that's the whole main point of yesterday's game, is the fact that we couldn't finish the job. Yeah, we can go into detail about stats and all that, but in the end, it comes down to coach, players, and the mindset they take into games, which yesterday was not on. So the things I learnt from yesterday was obviously, the first thing straight away was we can't handle the heat. I didn't watch yesterday's game live on Fox, I was working, but when I watched it over and pinpointed some things, Melbourne took us from the first bounce. We had 2 early shots on goal. You slot them, you set us up for the game. Mindset's not on. You're not switched on and you're not performing early. You screw everything over. 2 behinds early and then threw it away. They get a 4-goal lead, ended up becoming nearly an 8-goal lead, and the game was done. It was just a missed opportunity yesterday. That's the next thing I learned. Missed opportunity for us to prove a point. And we played like shit. Absolute shit. I'm sorry, but this was worse than the Richmond game. Probably nearly as bad as the Melbourne game. And if this is a wake-up call, then great. Happy days. But it's not. This is a problem that is more than just skill. So whatever they're trying to do is obviously not working. And it's something that we need to fix. And until then, this is probably going to be another mediocre season until we fix that problem. Sure, we might make finals, but I'm not going into finals with any confidence if this is what they're going to put up every week. Not on, Port Adelaide. Not on. And the third thing I learned is next week is a must-win. It's a must-win. At home. Saturday twilight. We're all going to be there, no matter what. Against the Saints, who are dangerous. No, I mean, they haven't been the best lately, but they're still dangerous, so we're going to be on. If we beat them, we're back on track, and we can go on from there. But until then, we've got to switch on. Got to switch on. So the votes for round 18, it was quite easy. No one really put their hand up besides one bloke, but one vote, Brad Ebert, 28 possessions, had 11 tackles, was really good in the midfield. He was just performing everywhere, attacking the ball and setting us up really well throughout the contest when we got back into the game. 2 votes goes to Robbie Gray. Obviously, Wingard had his injury, so we had to put someone up there, and Robbie went back to his best, found the ball. We had 19 contested possessions. He was in and everywhere. 31 possessions in total for the day and had 11 scoring involvements, which proves how much of a good player he is when he's in the middle and in form. So he's obviously dangerous up forward, but when he's always his best in the midfield, which was good to see him get back, and that's what's got us back into the game, was Robbie back in the middle. And 3 votes goes to our captain, Travis Boak. 4 goals, 24 possessions, and just, it was everywhere. And the problem with yesterday was the fact that he stood up and said, "Who's coming with me?" And only a handful of players went. Only a handful. Which proves, do the players actually have trust in him? I know the fans do. We all believe. But what do the players think? And when Travis is standing up like that, who knows? Who knows? If he has to stand up like that every week, and no one goes with him, then we're in trouble. But when players, the leadership group is standing up and playing, it means, our second half of the 22 that aren't putting themselves in their best position to, step up and play well, that's a problem. And it'll be big changes next week, that's for sure. So well done, Travis Boak. 3 votes yesterday. Played an absolutely great captain's game and should be very proud of his effort, even though we lost. So moving on to next week. Obviously, we got St Kilda at home, Adelaide Oval, Saturday twilight. It's a big game that we must win. No excuses next week. Must win, so get yourself down there. Fill up the Fortress. And obviously, cheer loud. And hopefully we get the job done. Other than that, nothing really else to say. It was just so disappointing to not be able to. We could be third. Simple as that. I'm just going to keep it as that. Otherwise, I'm just going to depress everybody. And I don't want to do that. We'll stick up, be happy. We've still got plenty of weeks of footy left. Just 5 weeks, I think, and then we go into finals. So keep going, boys. We can do it. I know we can. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Catch me on the Portraits Podcast, 8 p.m. Wednesday nights, SA time. So give us a listen there. We'll review last week, preview this week, and do everything in between. Have a bit of fun. So thank you very much for watching. My name's Anthony, and obviously, enjoy your time.